Recently, I was preparing to take a large group of students to an event, and one of the things on my list a few weeks beforehand was to pre-trip our shuttle bus to make sure that it was running smoothly. Well, guess what? The first thing I discovered was that it wouldn't start. The battery was dead as a doornail. So after I jump-started it, I talked to a few of our other team members here and was told that the battery currently isn't holding a charge because something in the vehicle is draining the battery overnight while it's parked, and that the only way to prevent it was to disconnect the battery overnight. So I knew I needed to get the vehicle checked out. I called around to all the shops here in town and they were all booked up for weeks. One shop said, "I can't get you in today, but what you might do, check the second battery." Most people don't realize it, but that model has two batteries, one under the hood and a second one under the frame. It's very common for the battery under the frame to go bad and the owner to not realize it. And since the two of them are connected, when it goes bad, it will drain the good battery. So sure enough, I took it to a battery shop and that was exactly what the problem was. We had a good new battery connected to a bad battery, and the bad battery was sucking the life right out of it. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, "Be not deceived, bad company corrupts good character." 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, "Therefore encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing." What effect are the people closest to you having on your battery? Are they encouraging you and building you up? Or are they draining the life right out of you? This may be an even tougher question. What kind of friend are you to your friends? Are you the friend who is encouraging or the opposite? The people we choose to hold closest to us are so important. You might say, well, Jesus spent a lot of time with sinners, and he did. In fact, Jesus was criticized a lot for eating and drinking with sinners. But what we need to remember, though, is that Jesus didn't hang out with sinners. Sinners wanted to hang out with Jesus. That being said, Jesus established the blueprint for healthy friendships. He was light in a dark world everywhere he went, but the people Jesus spent the most time with were the disciples. People also in active relationship with the Lord. Even within the disciples, he had the three closest to him, Peter, James, and John. You could make a pretty solid argument that Peter, James, and John were pretty great guys. The three of them combined wrote 8 books in the New Testament. How many books of the Bible have your 3 best friends written? Or maybe a more honest question is, have your best friends ever read one? You get to choose the friendships that are closest to you. The people you surround yourself with will either drain you or encourage you and build you up by speaking biblical truth in love. You get to choose.